What's up, Revivalists? How's it going? Simon here from CD Revival. Hope you're all good. Today I'm going to do the second video in my Prince retrospective, and it is his second album, self-titled album, Prince. This one, cracking album, some really good stuff on here. We've got the inside as well. It comes with a lyric sheet also, and a marvellous picture of Prince riding some sort of Pegasus winged horse. Yeah, second album, following on from my For You video from last week. This one for me is a big improvement. Even though I like For You, this one is just like pretty much stamped like excellent all the way through. So self-titled came out on the 19th of December, 19th of October 1979, and it cost just $35,000 to record. He was well over budget with the first album, which I think was 170. So he did this one really quickly. He wanted to make a profit for the record company and for himself, and obviously to give him a good base to go on with. And yeah, so he did a good job. I'd say considerably less to produce than the first one. Gary Brandt and Bob Mockler were the recording engineers and remixers for this album. Otherwise, there's no executive producer. He produced it all himself. Played all the instruments and did all the vocals. So basically written, produced, performed, arranged, etc. by Prince. So yeah, let's go through the tracks. Starts off with I Want to Be Your Lover, very famous track of his, and yeah, absolute stormer to start off with. Still played that in his set list right up until the end. It's a sort of two-part song really. Obviously you've got the catchy verse chorus, and then it goes into its instrumental like funk jam afterwards. I say if you're a Prince fan, you obviously will know the song. Absolutely fantastic tune. Still, I think this album still sounds, it's got that 70s vibe to it, 70s production values, and really does sound of its time. Still not as much as For You, but I think it's still, but yeah, it's more timeless than the first one. So yeah, first track, I say first single from the album, and his first US hit, which made number 11 in the US charts. So yeah, made him more of a star to go on with. Second track, Why You Want to Treat Me So Bad, a song that sounds like it could have been on the first album, to be honest with you. It's got that kind of vibe, but still really cool. It's like sort of like rock disco vibe. Some really good guitar work on it. Andre Simone, his childhood friend, does some discreet background vocals on that track as well, and that's the only voice or anything that's not Prince on the album. But yeah, a decent enough track, well catchy, you know, but say could have come from the first album. Then you've got Sexy Dancer, track 3, first what I would call in his career, first real Prince sort of funk track. Excuse me. That sort of James Brown sort of guitar sort of line, really danceable. Not a lot of vocals on this one. Is yeah, a lot of instrumentation on this one, but a really funky, cool tune. Really do like this one. And then you come to the end of what would have been side 1, and that is When We're Dancing Close and Slow. That's track 4, which is a very slow ballad, like acoustic guitar, piano. Easily my least favourite track on the album. So I've listened to this album hundreds and hundreds of times, and it's never really grown on me, that one. Yeah, just a slow ballad, goes on for quite a long time. It's like 5 minutes or so, and yeah, it's a little bit, yeah, it doesn't really do it for me, never really has. I don't hate it, but it's easily my least favourite. Track 5, opening side 2, which would have been first track, With You, another ballad. Excellent ballad, this one though, really superb. Marvellous track really. It's on the Jill Jones did a cover of it on her album. Her album's well worth getting, if you can get it for less than, I don't know, £50. It's ridiculously expensive, ridiculously hard to get hold of. But it's a really good album. But yeah, the track With You, she does it really well, and it's really good on this album as well. Really nice ballad. you know, a good one to play to your lady if you're looking to seduce. So yeah, With You, track 5, excellent. Then a real change of tack into track 6 with Bambi. Bambi is an absolute, probably the heaviest guitar track Prince has ever done. Real rocker. One of my favourite, if not my favourite track on the album. Absolutely just kills it on the guitar solo. In is fantastic at the end, but just like rocks all the way through. Really, really heavy. And obviously the content, lyrical content, is you know, starting to get a bit racier on this album, shall we say. This one's about he falls in love with a woman, but she likes girls, and he's basically pleading with her to, you know, let him show her that it's better with a man. So yeah. But yeah, really cool track, and absolutely he slays it on guitar on that one. He really is. It's quite out of context with the rest of the album. I think he was like I'm in an iron about whether to put it on here, but apparently Bob Mockler really liked it and insisted it go on the album, and you know, fair play, because it is a standout track on the album. Track 7, Still Waiting, sort of doo-wop, like ballady song once again. A nice song though, really cool, really well written, well sung, well played. It's a nice, yeah, really good tune. Track 8, I Feel For You, famous track, obviously, made even more famous by Shaka Khan, who took it to #1. Prince's version is really cool as well, just really super catchy. You can, you know, he's just a master of his craft already at this point, with his pop writing, and yeah, it's just an excellent track. And then track 9 is It's Gonna Be Lonely, which I would describe as a power ballad. It's another ballad. There's a few on this album, but they are pretty good. It's Gonna Be Lonely, yeah, definitely a sort of power ballad. But yeah, really good track as well to finish off with. Yeah, just showing how really cool he is at that point. So yeah, first album, second album, self-titled, Prince. An essential album, this one. I say for you, you know, you don't necessarily need that in your life. It's a good album, but this one you do need. It's absolutely superb. I would recommend anyone who's even a casual fan of Prince to check it out. Yeah, it's well worth listening to. Really cool album. So I'd give it an easy 8.5 out of 10, this one, and is a definite must listen. So that's it for Prince, the second album, second video in my Prince retrospective. Next video will be obviously for his third album, Dirty Mind, and that's an absolute banger, man. So yeah, don't miss that one. Hope you enjoyed this one, and subscribe so you'll know when my next video comes out. Thanks very much for watching. Take it steady. Cheers.